Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Skylar and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Skylar's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we use here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be given an assortment of training collars. We're going to go over them with you and make our recommendations, and then you're going to pick the one that thinks that suits your family the best. Now, she is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without dragging you down the street, and the command is Skylar, heel. Now at this point, Skylar has a job to do, and that is to walk with you. And that sounds easy right now because she's little and much easier to control. But when she gets larger, there's nothing worse than being dragged down the street by your big dog and not having any control. So she's being taught to match pace with you, to walk nicely with you. If you speed up or slow down, she should do the same. If you turn and change direction, she should be focused enough to do it with you. And each time that you stop your feet, she should sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. Just heel her out of that, Brandy. And you will notice sometimes with puppies that they will try to distract you. Now, the sit-stay is a self-control exercise. I want you to practice this indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start out at about 30 seconds and you're going to work up to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to her, she walks all the way around her. That's an additional distraction. Brandy ends up right back where they started at heel position, and Skylar waits for her next command. And they take off heeling again. She's really a very sweet girl, but she is a puppy. She can be very ornery, and she can try your patience. So no matter what she's doing to not do this, don't let her get away with it, and don't give up. Brandy's going to leave her in another sit-stay. You're going to walk out to the end of your leash, and you're going to turn to face her. You see her that she's pretty focused. Brandy is now going to demonstrate the come on command. She should come right in front of you and sit facing your knees. The command is Skylar, come. And remember, don't go over the top with that come. You are going to lighten your tone of voice, but you don't want her to come in and bowl you over, and that's why we're having her come and sit. All of these exercises have practical application in your home. Now, you saw that little correction because she didn't sit. You say no sit. You give that little tug. And Brandy will call her again. She uses her leash as a guide to get Skylar to come right in front and sit. And then they go back to that heel position. Now, the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are the down commands, and these are very useful and can be practiced indoors. With puppy seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now, your long down stay, typically a puppy will hold longer than a sit stay, so start out at about 45 seconds and slowly work up about 5 seconds a day to 5 minutes. When Brandy returns back to her, she will walk all the way around her, just as she did on the sit-stay, returning all the way back to heel. Skylar is lying there waiting for her next command. So she's going to heel her back to face the camera, and we're going to demonstrate that down from a heel position again. Always have your puppy seated before you give her the down. so that she only has to lower the front half of her body. And again, practice, practice, practice. Use your video. That's why we do them, so that you have a visual to work with at home. This time, Brandy will call her out of that down stay, bring her right in front and have her sit, and then she gets praised for a good job. So don't praise her when she's out of control or jumping all over you. Make her sit first, and then she gets praised. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is her down from a distance. So Brandy's going to leave her in a sit stay. She's turning to face her. She's going to use her right hand to give the command. And she's a bit of a crawler, and she wants to be near you, so she crawls in and then lays down at your feet. Technically that's not correct, but you'll be able to work out that little kink. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Skylar's basic obedience commands: her heel, her automatic sit, her sit stay, her down stay, her down from a distance, and her come. These are her formal obedience commands. We're going to have a whole packet of information for you that we will go over with you tomorrow when you come to get her. I know that you're very excited to see her, and I'm sure she's missed you as well. We've enjoyed every minute with her. She is delicious, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.